What's going on, YouTube? It's Tennessee Kid once again. At the request of a couple of subscribers, they wanted me to tell the story about how I had to run away from that cult, that rehab cult in Queens. So that's what we're going to do today. Don't mind me, I'm taking a little slab, a little dab. You know, we are in Denver after all, so it's only right. But anyways, man, let's just jump right into it. So I'm going to tell a shorter version than I normally would, just for YouTube's sake. So anyways, I get to Queens. I looked it up online. It was like a rehab, you know. I was in a position to where I had to do something. I was strung out again. This was like my third time trying to get clean, and it was my third time trying to get clean. And so I had already went to all the state-funded rehabs I could in my state, so I had to find somewhere else. I found this place. Get up there. It was supposed to be, you know, this, oh, we help addicts change their life and relocate to New York City and da-da-da-da-da. So I was about that. You know, I'd already been in New York once, actually twice, 2 times before, just for like little 6-month stretches. And so I already knew I loved it up there. So I get there. It's in Queens. I get picked up from the airport by this dude that looked like Master Splinter from Ninja Turtles. We drive in his truck from Newark to Queens, which took like 4 hours with all the traffic. So I'm tripping at this point already. I'm already starting to feel like shit. I had like half a Suboxone strip left by the time I got there, and I was trying to budget that for as many days as I could just to detox. But you know, y'all know that ain't much. So we get right near the place, and he stops at this pizza joint and gets and lets me come in there and get a slice with him. So actually at that point I was like, all right, well, he might not be that bad. So he starts to tell me a little bit about the rules, and it's a bunch of bullshit they didn't say at first. You know, didn't say it on the phone, didn't say it online. As far as hold on just a second. As far as now all of a sudden I can't smoke cigarettes, can't even drink fucking coffee. So that was not the business, man. I was tripping already. So we get to the place. It's like this 3-story old rundown place, little 3-story place in a little industrial district. But it was also just like 3 blocks from this big old thing. It was like Astoria Projects, I believe it was called. It was in Astoria, Queens, and so we go inside. It's all raggedy, and there's nobody there. They're all out at the job that they work, and except one old man named Bob who'd been there for like 20 years or something. So he's giving me a tour, and I'm like, oh my God, this is awful. And nothing like what they said. And let's see. So he starts telling me the rules. I can't leave the house for 2 weeks. All I do is clean the bedrooms and the whole house all day with this other young kid named Hansel that had also just got there. And so I was pissed. I didn't want to do none of this. I don't want to have none of it. So I left right then. Like, I'd been there for like 15 minutes. I said, F you, walked out, smoking my cigarettes. I had about $50 on me. I jumped the train to Grand Central Station, and my cell phone was dead. I didn't have a charger for some reason. I don't know, but somehow I ended up on the payphone. Oh, it's because I had a bunch of calling cards. That's what it was. And so I'm using all these calling cards, trying to call my people back home to send me money for a bus ticket. And, you know how that goes. A bunch of junkies. Ain't nobody sending no money. So of course nothing happened. It starts to get dark. I'm starting to be like, oh well, I don't know where I'm gonna go now. So I said screw it. I had to tuck my tail and go back to the place. Oh, it was called Battelle, by the way. Betel. Battelle, USA is what this place was called. And so I go back, but now it's dark, and I don't really know my way around this neighborhood at all. So I get lost, ended up walking in a damn square block for about an hour trying to find this place. I'm damn near in tears because I'm detoxing, and I've been rolling my suitcase for hours now, and one of the wheels got roughed up, so it wasn't even rolling right. So I'm just like, I'm done at this point. I finally find the place after having to walk past this thing, that Astoria Project. So there's like, I don't know, 50 people standing outside, just, you know, posted up on the block. And so they're yelling at me, hey, white boy, come over here. And I look like a tourist from hell, you know. So, you know, I just kept on walking. And fortunately, nothing ever happened, you know. But so I finally found the place. And I come up, the dude opens the door, and I'm just like, let me in, you know, please, I need sleep. So at that point, I didn't care. I just did whatever. I gave him my cigarettes, and I went to sleep. So I woke up the next day and cleaning all this shit up, and oh my god, I was feeling awful trying to do this. And so I'm cleaning their rooms and cleaning the house, and eventually they get back home, and I finally, get a second to talk to them. Besides that morning, I met my roommates, and everybody was leaving and shit, so we didn't really say much. But that night, sorry, I got a dog in the other room. That night, I got to, sit around a table with all these cats, and half of them are from England, Wales. There was only one dude there from America besides me and Hansel and Bob. The rest of them were either British of some sort, or I'm trying to think who else was there. There's a couple Middle Eastern dudes there, and let's see. I don't think there was any black people there. No, there was not one. No, there was not one black dude there. Now that I think about it, this was a long time ago, like 10 years ago. So don't mind me if I have to try to remember what it was. But so I'm starting to realize that this place, I just cannot do this. It's nothing like they said. It's way too religious. Like, I knew it was going to be a little bit religious, but it was more about trying to relocate you and get you out of that place. Well, once you got there, they're trying to keep you for like years to work at their little furniture store that they go to estate sales around the city where nobody claims the stuff, and buys this stuff, refinishes it, and sells it in a store, and brags about the fact that they're addicts doing it. And so they're essentially, you're their slave, man. And then, so you're either doing that, you're going out to parks, witnessing, trying to brainwash drunks into coming in there. That old man Bob, that's what he was. He was a drunk in the park, and they got him in there, and next thing you know, he's there. He's been there for 20-something years or some shit. So it was wild, man. So after about a week of it, I was ready to try to go leave again. So the director / preacher guy calls me in his office, and he's just giving me it's okay, son, everybody gets homesick, blah blah blah. I'm like, man, I'm not homesick. I'm just not trying to do this program right here. This is not for me. And we're sitting down, and he's in a little office chair, and he kind of wheels it over towards me and does the hand on the knee, and he's like, it's gonna be okay, and I'm just like, and you could just feel the Chester the molester vibe going on. So I'll just stand up. I'm like, oh yeah, I'm good, man. You know what? I'm all right. I'm gonna tough it out. So I had to get out that office before I had to punch him in his mouth, or I don't know what was gonna happen, but he was gonna have to kill me, or I was gonna kill him. One of the two. This shit was some weird shit, man. So at that point, I decided I had to get the hell out of there. And during that time, I'm seeing these people, and a lot of them have been there for years, and they're just so brainwashed you can't even talk to them. I don't even know how they got that bad, because I didn't stay long enough to find out. But needless to say, it was obvious that this shit was crazy. I mean, it wasn't like no Jim Jones cult shit, but that's pretty cultish. So let's see. So after I decided that I was out, okay, I had to do this carefully though, because by this point, I had no money, no Metro card, no phone. What was I gonna do? But luckily, that was the job that I had every day, was to clean everyone's bedroom. Well, the ones that had been there for years, the British people, and all the ones that kind of ran it, which, because it originated in the UK, that's why these cats, they had come over, they'd already been in the program. So they all got iPhones, you know what I'm saying? And so, anyways, and they've got money, Metro cards, and da-da-da-da-da. So I clean their rooms, you know what I'm saying? So I tell the Hansel kid that I got to get out of here. Well, he starts helping me. So we're trying to I need some cash, I need a Metro card, and I need a phone. Well, it turns out the little house manager had a little prepaid phone that he left in his, in the room all day, because that wasn't his main phone. It may have been an old phone or something, but it was still on. It had minutes, and, or it was just on. It wasn't a minute phone, it was just on, because I tried it. And I was like, oh shit, so I found a phone. Well, Master Splinter dude, he had a Metro card just chilling in his thing. So I checked the thing, and it had I can't remember how many rides, but it was enough to get started. And that same dude, the Splinter dude, also had cash stashed under his little mattress. So not much, just like $20, but that's all I needed. I just had to. I felt like I wasn't gonna leave empty-handed, with nothing, But at that point, I just wanted some more dope and some cigarettes, you know what I mean? So I really wasn't worried about planning too far ahead, just enough ahead to get that dope, you know what I'm saying? Because I did not get clean on this journey, obviously. It was 2 years later when I actually got clean and stayed that way. But anyways, so it took about, I guess, like a week and a half, roughly, to find all this shit. I didn't just randomly find it, you know, all at once. It wasn't easy, you know. I was just every day I was cleaning, looking at different places, and I can't even remember exactly where all the shit was. But like I said, after a minute of searching these dudes' rooms every day, I finally found this shit. So I had to do it in a certain way. I had to wait till they leave for work, and then as soon as they leave, go upstairs, grab all the shit. Hansel was watching my back, and then I had to tell Bob, I had the old man, that I'm leaving, and I need my shit, my wallet and shit out of the closet that they had locked up, and with my ID and stuff in it. So that all happens, and so they leave for work, and I'm like, all right, Hansel, let's do it. I'm out, dog. You know what I'm saying? And so I grabbed all the shit. He's watching for me. It all works out. So I go to talk to Bob, and I'm like, hey man, I need my stuff, man. I'm out. Well, he starts trying to like talk me out of it, and he's like, well, you need to just wait on the director to come back, and you can talk to him before I give you your stuff. So I kind of jacked this little old man against the wall, you know, just not hard, but just, you know, he was an old dude, you know, so it wasn't much I had to do, but I was getting my shit, you know what I mean? So I jacked him against the wall a little bit, and I'm like, look, Bob, just give me my stuff, man. Let me leave, bro. You know, I don't want to talk to anybody. So he did. That was it. Got my stuff and busted out of there, man. And that was it. I just walked out the door and went and bought a pack of cigarettes and a dime bag of dope and went about my business. And actually, there was a long story from how I got from there back to Tennessee. That's another story. We'll save that for another video, because that was about a week process of me living in a Greyhound station and some other craziness that, like I said, I'm gonna save that for another video. But so there you go. There's the story of how I ran away from the religious cult. Yeah, I never go to Battelle, for the record. And before I end this though, I did want to say I want to do a quick little chat about my boy J Rock's channel. You know, J Rock Talks. All you guys that watch these channels, I know you know who I'm talking about. So man, he gets the same flack as Wes Watson, because he is like a West Coast white boy and, you know, did all that shit, and people think he's racist. Man, that cat is not racist, bro. Not even close. Not even close. I have talked to him personally numerous times on DMs and stuff, and yeah, man, that's a solid individual right there. He's a good dude, man. He really is. He's got a good head on his shoulders, and all that shit he's saying is facts. I mean, that's just, it seems to be a split in the prison channel community. Like, some of them rock with the West Coast white boys, and some of them think that the West Coast white boys are racist, and they're on the, you know, running with black gangs being white dudes, you know, that type team. But like, it don't gotta be like that. Like, they're all the same, man. You know, like, it's just ran different. Like, West Coast, that's just how it is, man. That's the rules. I mean, what you gonna do? What you gonna do? Go in there in an Arizona prison and be like, nah, bro, I ain't messing with that wood shit. No, man, you're gonna get air flighted quickly. So stop giving him flack about that shit. He's got a good channel. He's a good cat, man. Salute to him. He actually responds to everything. So I gotta give him a shout out for that. He's got another channel, Consistent Kennels. So if you're into, you know, bulldog, big, I think they're bullies. I know he don't call them pit bulls, so, but you know what I'm talking about. He's got the dog channel, so go check that out. Yeah, I just wanted to say that real quick. Like, there doesn't need to be this division between the East Coast. And man, we're all Americans. We're all broke, grinding. Well, some of us ain't broke, but we're all struggling in this country that has gone to shit, no matter what side you're on. You know, we can all agree that this country is just ridiculous. I mean, I love America, don't get me wrong. I love being from here, and I will represent it till I die. But you can also be a man and admit when you're wrong, right? Well, same thing with our country. Like, we're so corrupt, man. We don't got time for that. There's enough of that shit in this country. So everybody that comes on here, just remember, man, we on here because it's fun and entertaining to us to watch this. So why bicker with each other, you know, about some dumb shit that doesn't really matter? You know what I mean? It's just in a matter of how you feel about it, honestly. But I mean, I've been guilty of it too. Don't get me wrong. Now, I have flamed many in the comments and got flamed a few times myself. I'll admit it. You know, some people are wittier than me. I'm not the wittiest person in the world, but I do. But anyways, I guess we'll wrap this up. It's getting a little long. I just wanted to tell that story and give my man J Rock a shout out. So we're gonna get more in depth on some of these prison channel reviews. Don't think I'm just gonna do vague ones like I've been doing. I'm just trying to get used to being on YouTube and getting my content up as much as I can. So man, as always, I appreciate y'all for watching me. We're gonna build this channel from the ground up, and it's gonna feel good as hell when I have all these subscribers and I worked for them. You know what I mean? And I just appreciate y'all, and we're gonna end it with that. Peace out. Have a good Sunday. Hey, keep rocking.